Okay, so today we are going to continue our discussion of division with rational numbers, only this time we are going to take a fraction and divide it by either a whole number or a mixed number. So we're essentially putting that whole number as the divisor and our fraction as the dividend, or the number being divided. So let's take a look at problem A. And there are two methods that we would use. We can use the multiplication by a reciprocal or the common denominator strategy or any other strategy you would like. But we are going to use these. I'm going to do A1 and A2 in the video for you, and then I want you to try A3 and A4 before coming to class. So Miss Lee gave some peanuts as a prize for a relay race. The members of the winning team share the peanuts equally among themselves. What fraction of a pound does each team member get in each situation? Use diagrams and number sentences to explain your reasoning. Now, I'm really not going to draw a diagram. What I'm going to do is explain. I guess I could show you a diagram for A1. That wouldn't take too much time. But what I'm going to be doing most of it is the number sentences. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to look at A1. A1 goes here. Let's see, 4 students share half a pound of peanuts. So we have half of a pound divided by 4 people. Okay, so what I can do to model this would be if I have a pound here, if this represented 1 pound, if I had half of that, okay? So here's half. This is my half that I have. Okay, so I'll real quick write 1/2, okay? And I'm sharing it with 4 people. Then I would be cutting this into fourths. So 2, 1 more, they're not very equal. But then if I look at this, how much would each person get? Well, I just cut a half into fourths. So if I look at the whole pound, I would have 8 pieces. So each person should get 1/8 of a pound. Okay? So let's try solving this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take this problem and I am going to write my whole number as a fraction over 1. And then I'm going to show you the common denominator strategy. So the common denominator strategy, we would use 2 as our common denominator. So 1/2 would stay 1/2. My equivalent fraction for 4 over 1 as a fraction over 2 would be 8 halves. And then I can forget about the denominators, and then I get 1 divided by 8, and 1 divided by 8, 1 divided by 8 would be 1/8. So 1/8 of a pound. Remember that fractions are nothing more than division problems. Okay, so 1/8 of a pound. If we go and we do the multiplying by the reciprocal, we would have 1/2 divided by 4 over 1. We'll go ahead and put that over 1. Would be the same thing as 1/2 times 1/4, because 4 over 1's reciprocal is 1/4, and that would give me 1 over 8, and I still get 1/8 of a pound. Okay, so there's A1 done as both common denominator and multiplying by the reciprocal. All right, let's try A2. A2 I'll come over here and do. A2 says 3 students share 1/4 of a pound. Okay, so I have 1/4 of a pound divided by 3 people. Okay, so common denominator first would be 1/4 divided by 3 over 1. We'll go ahead and change it into a fraction over 1, and then I will rewrite my expression using common denominators. So how do I turn a 1 into a 4? I multiply by 4. So therefore, my 3 times 4 would be 12. I forget about my denominators of 4, and I simply have 1 divided by 12, which is the fraction 1/12. So each kid would get 1/12 of a pound. Okay, now using multiplying by the reciprocal. So we would have 1/4 divided by 3/1. Okay, first off, I want to write my whole number as a fraction over 1. And this would be the same thing as, or this would not be the same thing, but I would write my first fraction multiplied by the reciprocal of 3/1, which would be 1/3, and that would equal 1/12 of a pound. Okay, so before coming to class tomorrow, I want you to try A3 and A4 using that. Please remember to change any mixed number into improper fractions and to keep those whole numbers as fractions over 1.